Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. I will make Babylon a swampland and a region for screech owls, and I will sweep her away with a broom of destruction. Not just any owl, but the screech owl. The screech owl makes his home in Canada, northeastern Mexico, and the United States, making Babylon where the screech owl lives. Afterwards, the Spirit of Yah carried me back again to Babylon, to the Hebrews in exile there. But Adonai will have mercy on Jasharel. They are still his special ones. He will bring them back again to settle once again in the land of Jasharel. And many nationalities will come and join them there and be their loyal allies. The nations of the world will help them to return, and those coming to live in their lands will serve them. Those enslaving Jasharel will be enslaved. Jasharel shall rule her enemies. In that wonderful day when Adonai gives his people rest from sorrow and fear, from slavery and chains. You will hear at the king of Babylon say, "You bully you. At last you have what's coming to you. Fall upon Edom, the people I have doomed. The sword of Adonai sated with blood. It is scourged with flesh, a sword used for slaying lambs and goats for sacrifice. For Adonai will slay a great sacrifice in Edom and make a mighty slaughter there. The strongest will perish, young boys and veterans too. The land will be soaked with blood, and the soil made rich with fat. For it is the year of vengeance, the year of recompense for what Edom has done to Jasharel." In the reading of Jeremiah describes a wound that cannot be cured, and an injury that will not be healed, inflicted upon Yah's people. His lips are filled with fury, his words consume like fire, his wrath pours out like floods upon them all, to sweep them all away. And this is today, November 4, still raining today. So the Pope divided the world between Spain and Portugal to have it colonized for Rome. And this took place during the Inquisition, the Spanish Inquisition. This is on the Taínos, my people. So the Spaniards subjected them to slavery, massacres, and other violent treatment. So we were to gather gold, and if we were short of the amount that they wanted us to bring back, they would cut off our hands. Because we went from Borinquen to Puerto Rico, which is rich ports. We were also killed by wild beasts. In the scripture, if Joshua or Jehudah was cursed by Yah, we were hung. And that's exactly why they did mass hangings. And you see the roasting of people, which is basically cannibalism. And I can't read this without being censored, but you see what they did to our children, right? And they fed them to the dogs. So you guys are familiar what a cauldron looks like, right? Who says the time is not near to build houses? This city is the cauldron, and we are the meat. And I found this to be so hypocritical. Pope condemns massacre of women and children in Gaza, but had no problem with the genocide of our people. Our children that were taken to these Catholic schools and Christian schools, they never came back home. At the time, we would change the speech of our returning people to pure Hebrew so that all could worship Adonai together, because we spoke Hebrew and they changed our tongue. Like the scripture says, the truth shall spring out of the earth. And not just in my island. There are Paleo-Hebrew relics all through the Americas. The Michigan tablets, the Lost Luna stones in New Mexico, the Ark of the Covenant that was found in a cave in Panama with Paleo-Hebrew scrolls. In the reading of Jeremiah, it tells you that we were sold to the bad shepherd. And that's why he always holds a shepherd's staff, because we were sold to the bad shepherd. The northern kingdom fell first because you started worshiping the Queen of Heaven. You will also find that in the reading of Jeremiah, who happens to be Mary in the Catholic Church, the ancient sky goddess, the second heaven, not the highest heaven. And I came across this headline the other day. Francis to Mexicans keep being devotees of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Please don't. And also this. Spiritual, not spooky. After Halloween, Christians observe All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day and Dia de los Muertos, given to us customs of the Europeans. I am the Yah Abraham, the Yah Isaac, and of Jacob. For Yah is not the God of the dead, but of the living. Because it's one of the living and one of the dead. So one gives life and the other one gives death. So we went from being Hebrews to be Hispanic, as his and Pan, as in the goat god Pan, who's over flocks and shepherds, bad shepherd, part man and part goat. So there's Hispanic, and this Latinos. And we're neither, we're Hebrews. So Latinos comes from Latium, which again leads us back to Rome. So we fell under captivity to Rome. So that's why they call us Latinos or Hispanics. So back to Spain. Angry crowd tosses mud, insults at Spanish king visiting regions devastated by floods. So this King Philip, he came to my island in 2022. And our people smashed one of the colonizers' statues when he got there. And why? Because he refused to be apologetic for the history of the Spaniards did to our people. He said that they came to bring us culture and to civilize us. You mean the Luciferian religion that you gave to our people? So now there's another hurricane that's moving to the Gulf of Mexico this Wednesday. Its name is Hurricane Rafael. It's in the Egyptian Sea and it's about to hit Egypt again. And you see how Oklahoma is right above Texas, right? I'm pretty sure you heard about the tornado that hit Oklahoma on November 3rd. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yah. When he says this does not mean the church because Rome gave you the church. He's referring to his people, Yasharon and Jehudah. Get out of this system of Babylon because it's judgments upon the nations of the world and you do not want to get caught in it. Back to Hurricane Raphael. I had covered before that Abba has his destroying angels. Archangel Raphael is a heavenly messenger, healer, and protector. So Raphael is one of the three chief angels named in the Bible. He is said to present the prayers of the saints to Yah and to heal the earth that has been defiled by the fallen angels. For Adonai is slow to anger and great in power. Adonai will be by no means leave the guilty unpunished. His path is in the whirlwind, in the storm, and the clouds are the dust beneath his feet.